Everyone knows someone. A friend, a neighbor, a potential relative that never made it out. We've heard the reports, the morning bagpipes, the dozens upon dozens of speeches made in their honor. Yet there are always some of us that can't possibly relate because we weren't there. How do you honor someone that you have no idea who they are? How do you learn and empathize without hearing what happened from a witness? How do you keep history from fading beneath the public eye?
My name is Ellie Alloway. I'm an 11th grader at Southold High School. I am an ambassador level Girl Scout of Troop 94. Ever since I could remember, I remember me and my Girl Scout troop going to Cochrane Park and participating in the 9/11 memorial ceremonies. I know many people in the city who have been affected by the events of 9/11, and it's always had a very personal and deep connection with my family. My aunt and uncle lived only a few blocks away from when 9/11 happened. My uncle thought that we were being attacked by a foreign enemy, and his first girlfriend died in the buildings. My neighbor, who lives just across the way, his boss went back in to retrieve his jacket, and he never made it back out. Some way or another, they're all connected. Everybody here is connected, and I feel like that connects with me. Constantly, history is being rediscovered from the past, but at the same rate, it's being covered up by political turmoils. A little tiny grammatical error could change a person's entire life. And some people today don't believe that the Holocaust actually happened because there are so little first-person accounts of it. And the reason I'm doing this and why it's so important is because we should take all the information we have at our fingertips and keep it so we can always remember what this event was and how we can prevent from it happening again.
With the World Trade Center site started the second day, and I spent a year down there on the cleanup. I got put on the cleanup team, which was pretty grisly and not a very good year, and then rolled over to where I am now.
Your tour, and he had cards. You introduce yourself, you talk about this, you make up a personal story that you give to the tourists from Japan and Germany, wherever they're from, and you had your own personal touch to the thing.
And they came from the right, from up the Atlantic. I think they dispatched them in Washington or Virginia. So they came from the ocean up to New York, and they were going to circle to protect us, I guess. But when we saw these jets at such close range, and I didn't know until you see the tail, because on the tail it has the USA and the star. So I started saying, they're ours. It became like a competition. Oh, we're going to score, like a sporting event. It wasn't, what we weren't kidding about it, but we were like, they're ours,
Yeah.
So it was like a little bit of a relief, but then again, not, because then, wow, the military's in New York. When does that happen? Like when you need military jets in New York. It was sad, the whole thing was crazy.